So hey guys, welcome to the last part of my Complete Collection 2019, and this one I'm going to be showing my CDs. Sorry if I sound exhausted. I've been filming all of these back to back, and getting through this much this fast is just... Whew. So yeah, first up I'm going to show some soundtrack and scores that I have. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Once More with Feeling, the soundtrack. This is pretty cool. I love Buffy. I love Joss Whedon. I like the soundtrack. I think my favorite is, where is it? Walk Through the Fire, number 13. That's my favorite song on this, without a doubt. Greatest Showman soundtrack. My ex-girlfriend got this for me because we saw this movie together, and that's depressing. But yeah, this is still a good soundtrack. Like, the songs are really good. Yeah. Top Gun, the soundtrack. I think I just kind of got this just kind of, like, from my dad. It just kind of, like, transitioned from his to mine for no real reason. Because you guys know that I'm not a huge fan of this movie. I think it's very, very overrated. Next up is The Lord of the Rings, the complete score. Fellowship of the Ring, Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, Return of the King. Yeah, this is honestly the best collection of score ever. Like, the music for these movies is just so beautiful, so emotional. Like, it can bring you to tears by listening to just instruments. Next up, I have 2 copies of the Star Wars A New Hope score. I don't know why I have 2. I think we just already had one, and then someone else got it for me. So yeah, that's it for the scores. Let's get on to, like, actual albums. First up is the All American Rejects 2 albums. I have their self-titled album, Move Along. I haven't listened to their self-titled album yet, but it has some cool songs on it. It has it has Swing Swing, which I like, in the last song. Then Move Along. I really like this album. It has a crack in it, which stinks. There we go. It has Dirty Little Secret, Stab My Back, Move Along, It Ends Tonight, and Top of the World. I really like all of those songs. Next up I have a Bowling for Soup CD. I haven't listened to this yet, but I will at some point. It's called A Hangover You Don't Deserve. It has some pretty cool songs on it. I like Almost, I like 1985, Ohio's okay. Yeah. They're known for having really long albums that have lots of songs on them. Next up, I have Greatest Hits by Blink-182. Compilation album, has all their most famous songs. I like all of these songs because, it's their most popular ones, and so obviously I like them a fair amount. Next up, I have I'm trying to do it by band. Foo Fighters Greatest Hits. That's in my car right now, so that's why it's not in there. But my favorite songs by them are Everlong and The Pretender, which sounds cliche, I know, but that's their best songs. It is. But Long Road to Ruin, Monkey Wrench, Learn to Fly, Times Like These, My Hero, they're all pretty cool. Next up, I have 2 Good Charlotte CDs. Yeah, my music tastes are really specific. I have their self-titled one and The Young and the Hopeless. This is pretty cool album. I like Little Things, I like the Festival song, I like the Motivation Proclamation, and then this is probably their best album, I'd say. I like all the songs up here to some extent. My favorites are the Anthem and The Young and the Hopeless, but I like Hold On, I like Emotionless, I like Lifestyles of the Rich and the Famous, I like Say Anything. They're all really touching songs. Next up, I have a lot of albums by my favorite band ever, Green Day. Dookie, great album. Their breakout album. My favorite songs up here are When I Come Around and Basket Case, which sounds so cliche, but those are just the best songs up there. Nimrod and Warning. I don't have Insomniac. These are pretty cool albums. I think I prefer Warning slightly, but Nimrod's like more classic Green Day sounding. Warning is when they started to experiment more. So that's why I like it. Next up is Shenanigans, which is a compilation album by them. It has lots of songs that appeared on B-sides and B-sides of their singles and stuff. The only original song on it is Haha You're Dead, which is, in my opinion, the best song on the album. That's one of their most underrated songs. And of course, got to talk about their magnum opus, American Idiot. The best punk rock album of all time. The best concept album since Pink Floyd's The Wall. It's just great. It is. Oops, I put that in the wrong order. The last two that I have by them, I don't have any of the trilogy. I have 21st Century Breakdown and Revolution Radio. Revolution Radio, it didn't come in like the standard CD thing. It came like this, which really, really bothers me. I hate that because that, like, it makes it easier for the CD to slide out, and it makes it easier to break. See what I mean? Yeah. The 21st Century Breakdown's okay. I like the album artwork. The album artwork is awesome. Yeah, my favorite songs on it are 21 Guns, Viva La Gloria, let me put that so you can see it there, and Know Your Enemy. Then Revolution Radio, great album, great comeback album for them. Album artwork's pretty cool. My favorite ones are Bang Bang and Revolution Radio, but I also like Still Breathing, Forever Now, Ordinary World. They're all pretty solid. All the songs on that are pretty solid. Next album I have is this one random country album I have by Mike Cross called Live and Kickin'. It's pretty cool. My favorite song on it is Old Paint Peelin' and Bounty Hunter. Those are pretty cool. But all the songs are good. They're all funny. He's kind of a comedy person, so yeah. Then I have three albums by My Chemical Romance. 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge. I know Gerard Way would hate me saying this, but this album is just too emo for me. Like, I think it's too sad, too whiny, it's just not my taste. It's a good sophomore attempt from the Way Brothers and the Boys, but, yeah. Then we have The Black Parade, one of my favorite albums ever. It's sad, but not annoyingly sad. It's dark and horror. It's like horror rock, I think is like the term that they prefer because they don't like the word emo. But, yeah, obviously I like Welcome to the Black Parade. I like, Disenchanted, Famous Last Words, Dead. All the songs on it are great. Then there's Danger Days. A lot of people don't like it because it's so different from, all their other stuff, but I like it. You know, I think the whole emo sadness thing got repetitive, so I think this was a step in the right direction. Na 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 is a great song. Kids from Yesterday is great. I wanted them to play that at my school's graduation, but they said no, and I'm still to this day a little bit ticked about that. But yeah, let's move on. I have 3 albums by Sum 41, or no, 4 albums, sorry. All Killer No Filler is pretty cool. It's just kind of generic. I think this is like back when they were still figuring out their sound. It's, you know, it's pretty cool. I like, out of the songs on it, I like Fat Lip, In Too Deep, Pain for Pleasure, Summer. They're all pretty cool. Next up is second album, Does This Look Infected? See, this case is a little bit damaged. It's pretty cool. I like the Hell song. I like Over My Head. I like Thanks for Nothing. Once again, this is kind of when they redefine their sound to being a little more hardcore. I like Still Waiting too, forgot about that. But yeah. I don't have Chuck, but I have Underclass Hero. This I feel like was a little bit of a regression from their sound. It's kind of it's a concept album about Derek Whibley's life, but I think the stuff that I like in it, I really like. I like Underclass Hero, Walking Disaster, Confusion and Frustration in Modern Times, Dear Father, March of the Dogs, right there, March of the Dogs, With Me, a great love song, So Long Goodbye. But yeah, I think this was a step in the wrong direction for them, because I think Chuck, the album before this that I don't have, that's their best album. That's when they really perfected their sound. And then I have their most recent album, 13 Voices. This is like the closest to metal they've ever gotten besides Screaming Bloody Murder. But I like all of the songs on it to some extent. I like GD, I'm Dead Again, Fake My Own Death, Breaking the Chain, particularly. God Save Us All, Fall in the Rise, Twisted by Design. And I have the extended version, which has 4 extra tracks on it, including 2 acoustic versions. So yeah. Next up, I have 3 Weezer albums. Blue Album. One of my favorite albums ever, like top 5, probably top 3. I like all the songs on it to some extent. My Name is Jonas, No One Else, Buddy Holly, Say It Ain't So, In the Garage. Yeah, all of those are great. Yeah, just a great album all around. I love the feel, I love the tone, I love the sound. Yeah, I just love it. Next up I have their second album, Pinkerton. I don't think this is as good as the Blue album, but it's still pretty good. My favorite albums on it are El Scorcho and Pink Triangle, but I like all of them to an extent. Then I have Everything Will Be Alright in the End, one of their more recent ones. I listened to this a couple times. I didn't really like it a lot. I like Back to the Shack, but the rest of them, I probably just need to listen to it more. So yeah, that's it. That's my album collection, or my CD collection. Not nearly as big as my other collections, but still. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Bye.